What's going on, guys? So in this video, what I'm actually going to talk about is how me and my business partner started a store and then took that store from 0 to 6 figures within the first month and ended up failing the second month. So if you want to know exactly how all of that happened and, for me to go behind the scenes and show you what we did and what went wrong and, the key things that we learned from, the entire process, keep watching. All right, guys, so right now what I'm actually gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna jump inside of my computer and then show you exactly what we did, what type of store it is, the type of product that we sold. But I'm gonna give you a good idea of what it is so they can have a great understanding. So with that being said, we're gonna hop in and see everything behind the scenes so that you can actually go ahead, take some information out of this and apply it to your own business. So with that being said, when we actually started with this store, we set it up as a one product store. So if you go into analytics, so we started the store around mid-March. That's when we came across this product and it was very trendy during that time, right? It was a very seasonal type of product. And the other reason that we really like this product is because of the margins, right? So we were selling this product for around $59 to $69. We're gonna get into how, our average order value is much more than, what we were selling it for. Like you see right here, the first few days we did 100 and then we actually ended up doing $6,000 a day within the first week of launching the store. We had some issues with suppliers, so that's why you see a dip right here. And the way we were actually doing this product, we were actually getting the product shipped in bulk to my fulfillment center, and we were actually shipping it from the US. And the reason we did that is during that time, during March, there was a crazy delay in terms of shipping and all of that. So we didn't really want to have our customers wait and have a horrible customer experience. Typically with my other branch also, I like to fulfill products from the US because customers are gonna have a better experience. And one of the most valuable thing that you can do is satisfy your customers. Because if your customers are satisfied and happy with your product, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna come back and buy more stuff from you. And that's when you can really make profits for free, right? Because if a customer comes back and buys from you, that's pretty much free traffic, right? So you always want to make sure to have a great customer service, a great product, because returning customers is going to be the best thing that you're going to have for your business. So with that being said, we were actually fulfilling it from the US. So there were some issues in terms of logistics, right? So we were having the products be shipped directly to my center using FedEx Express. Obviously the shipping is kind of expensive, but the margins were great. So we were getting the product for around 20 bucks and we were selling it for around $70 to $60. So that gave us around like $50 to $40 margin per product, which is awesome because if you have great margins, then you can spend more on advertising, be your competitors, and be able to present your ads in front of the right customers and still be profitable. So one of the things that I actually recommend you guys to do is to look for high ticket products. When I say high ticket, it doesn't have to be over $100. So this product right here, it's around $60 to $70, which isn't too crazy, but at the same time, it gave us a huge margin. So when you're doing products like that, it gives you a lot of flexibility to spend more on ads and to be able to scale as fast as we did. So we pretty much took the store from 0 to making 6 figures within the first month. If the product cost was very cheap and our margins were very thin, then it can be a bit hard in terms of scaling very fast. So that's just one thing that I want to put across if you're looking to get into dropshipping. So next, if you look at March, like I said, we started mid-March and started the first day 65, 594, and as it goes on, we went up to doing $6,000 a day. And as you can see, there's a dip right here where we're trying to figure out really how we can manage the fulfillment and everything like that. So if you go to the next month, if you go from April 1st to the 30th and apply, we actually ended up doing $131,000 the next month. We were doing, since that first 2 weeks, we were doing anywhere between $5,000, $10,000, $14,000, $15,000 a day, and our margins were amazing. So as you can see, you might be asking, hey, what does ClickFunnels and Zipify and everything has to do with this? One of the things that we're doing, we're selling it on our Shopify page as we build a landing page in our Shopify, and we're having customers go through that and buy stuff from us. So as you can see, majority of it actually came from Shopify, 89,000 of it, but 28,000 of it came from ClickFunnels. And the reason we're using ClickFunnels was it was much easier to customize the checkout. That's one thing that I don't really enjoy the most about Shopify. I mean, there's apps like CarHook and stuff, but they're not as flexible and as customizable as ClickFunnels checkout pages are. So that's the reason we used ClickFunnels to pretty much have a better optimized checkout page and also to have a better quantity breaks so that we can sell more products per customer, leading forced to have like an average order value of $85. So with that, even though our product is $69. So a one-click upsell is also an upsell tool that we use pretty much sell people more products. And you might be asking, hey, if you're doing one product store, how are you selling more products? Well, we're selling them the same exact product again. So one thing that I would actually recommend you guys to do, if you have a winning product that's doing really well for you, go ahead and try to upsell that product again. One of the things that I've seen, over the past 3 years of me doing this, when you hear about upsells, the first thing people think about is, other products that can be similar to it or whatever. But the first product you should actually test as an upsell is the same exact product in higher quantities for less money. If it's a product where a person can only need one and don't really have to get a bunch of them, what you can do is you can say something like, hey, get this for your friends and family at a discounted price, and you can make it a resistible offer, and they're gonna go ahead and take it. So that's one thing that I would highly recommend, is literally upselling the person that just bought a product, the same product again, higher quantities, lower price. Try it out and let me know how that goes with you. So that's pretty much what we did. And if you want to know exactly why we messed up and we went from doing $131,000 that month to doing less than, let's see, in May, to doing less than $5,000 the next month, is because one, the first problem that we came across is we had a problem with fulfillment. So what ended up happening is, like I said, we were getting products shipped from China in huge boxes. So the products actually got stuck in customs. So what ended up happening is the customs actually wanted some import information. We weren't sure whether the problem was with customs or with FedEx. FedEx didn't really do a great job in terms of communicating what's happening. We had an inventory order of around 600 of them stuck in customs for like 2 weeks, to be specific. That set us back a lot. At that point, we had to stop everything. And that's exactly why you see this huge dip right here. It's because we had to stop everything. One, people were freaking out, right? They were like, hey, where's the order? You don't want to keep going when you know that you're not going to be able to fulfill your products on time. So that's why we stopped the process. And it took us a while to figure it out. But at the end of the day, what the problem was, it was very silly actually, is that FedEx did not submit the right information to customs. So your customs were just stuck with the product and didn't really know what to do with it. Shipping company, whether it's FedEx, UPS, whatever it is, communicate with them as much as possible, because majority of the time they're gonna be able to get that problem sorted. And another hiccup that ended up causing us a problem is PayPal. PayPal sent us this email that pretty much meant that we were not able to touch our money. At that point, we had around $51,000 in it. You can see we can't, you might see this as available, but if you actually go ahead and try to transfer this money, it's not gonna let you. It says available, but it doesn't let you. So they pretty much put a hold on our money for 180 days. So for 6 months, we cannot touch this money. And before they put a hold on our money, the first thing they asked was more information about our business, tracking information, and all of that, which we actually submitted. And the thing is, we didn't even have a crazy amount of disputes because we had a great customer service. One thing that I would say is, if you're getting started, if you don't really have a lot of cash flow, don't put too much money inside of PayPal or whatever it is that you have in PayPal. Try to get it out as soon as possible, because sometimes they really hold your money for no reason. And we tried to contact them, trying to understand exactly why they did that, but we still haven't gotten a response in regards to that. So PayPal is watching this, please give us our money back. But anyways, that really didn't stop us from moving forward, because that was pretty much all our profit. We didn't care about taking our profit. At the end of the day, this was one of the stores we were running out of multiple others. So we really wanted to just scale this and take it to 7 figures. And to be honest, if we did not have that issue of the product being stuck in customs, we could have easily made $1 million that month. And our margins were awesome. Our margins were anywhere between 30 to 40%. So we could have easily cleared $300,000 to $400,000 in profit that month. But that happened and that killed everything. So what ended up happening after we got the product released from customs is we actually started the store again. And as you can see, we start going back again, we started doing like $11,000, $10,000 days, and it kind of died down. So one of the things that happened with this product also is, since it was a very seasonal and trendy product, the trend started falling down. So what ended up happening is the trend started falling down. So the demand for the product slowly decreased. So the prime time was between March and April, especially this 2 weeks that we didn't really do much. There's some things that you can control, and there's some things you cannot, and this is one of those things. That's pretty much what happened with the store, and that's why the store pretty much died down. So as you can see, the next month, it went back to, doing only $5,000 a month. We pretty much gave up on this store because we kind of missed on that prime time where the product was really working and people were looking for it. We kind of missed that opportunity. If I go to order metrics right here, as you can see that. So if we do this year, as you can see, we pretty much ended up making $50,965 of profit. Actually, we might have to take another 1,000 or 2 for fulfillment employees because order metrics doesn't really track that. And for some applications that we used and all that. So, minor expenses that might not be included in order metrics, we had the potential to make 10 times that if we didn't come across that issue of, our inventory getting stuck with customs. So, that's one thing that kept us from doing all of that. But now I really want to talk about a few of the things that helped us, scale that fast, and also some things that we learned throughout this process. So one of the things that I would say, the number one thing is going to be always have an upsell and a downsell. So the reason I say that is because, if you're just looking to sell one product and be done with it, that's not really how you make the majority of your profit. When you actually start making a good amount of profit is when you have back-end setup. So meaning having an upsell, having a downsell is really gonna help you make more money per customer. So if you can have a customer spend more money with you, you don't even have to get tons of customers to make the same amount of profit, right? One thing that I've heard before is like, a customer is not done buying until they say so. So you always want to keep selling them more stuff until they say, hey, I'm done, right? We were selling this as a 3-pack and a 5-pack. Those were our upsells. And a lot of people were taking it. So that's the reason you see our average order value of $85 is because, people were taking on the upsell. That's the first thing that I always want to say is have an upsell. And if you don't know what to use as an upsell, use the product that you're selling. The primary product that you're selling should be your upsell. What you have to do, like I said earlier, you just have to have higher quantity, lower price, and that's exactly how it works. So the second one is have great customer service. Having a great customer service is really gonna help you. People always wanna be in touch with someone, especially if they're spending, $80, $150. Some people even spend over $3,000. So let me actually show you one order. That was crazy. Let's actually go inside the orders and then let's sort by total price, high to low. So we had an order for $1,949. We had an order for $700, $500. Our order value of some customers was insane. And the reason we were able to do that is 1, by having an upsell, and 2, by having a very simple, easy way to communicate with us. Some of these orders, the big ones especially, they always want to reach out to you to make sure that you're actually a legit business before they place the order. So having the right customer service in place is really going to help you maximize on, every single thing that comes to your store. And not just that, but, making people feel safe. So the order is going to be the best thing that you can do to avoid any disputes, chargebacks, all that, ruin your business if you don't take care of that. So the other thing that I recommend for you to do is have an email flow in place. So you should not only just have the confirmation email and delivery email, but you should have emails in between. So you should have something like, so the way we actually did it is we had a confirmation email that goes out as soon as the customer places an order. We had another email where we pretty much introduced ourselves to the people. Hey, this is the owners of business, and this is what we do, and this is what we stand for. All of that, more about the business. So the third email is where we actually talked more about the product, how they can use it, and the best practices for the product. Fourth one is what to expect and when to expect your product, and at the end comes the delivery email. So you want to have emails in between, and I'll get into, I don't want to get too much in detail about email because that can be a whole different video, which can be very long. So I'll actually make another video in regards to email marketing and setting up email flows to really capitalize on your customers, not just to keep them aware of what's happening inside of your business and to make them feel comfortable, but you can even make more money from those email flows. So that's another thing that I would actually recommend you to do. The fourth thing that I want you to really pay attention to is when a customer reaches out to cancel the order, you always want to give them alternatives before canceling. So majority of the time, how we mitigated some of the people that were asking to cancel because it was delayed is we offered them a discount, like a partial refund from their order. So we said, hey, if you're willing to wait another week or two to get your product, we would be more than happy to give you $10, $20, $30 back as a partial refund. The majority of people agreed to that and just kept the order without having any issues. So that's one way to actually mitigate the customer refund without having to, get rid of the entire thing and actually refunding the entire purchase. And the last and the fifth one is have quantity breaks. And if you want to know more about quantity breaks and all, I'll actually make a whole different video about like upsell quantity breaks and all. I don't want to make this video too long, but that's pretty much how we started a store, took it to 6 figures within a month, and ended up failing. And I hope you learned something out of this video. And if you have any questions in regards to this video or anything in general, I usually respond to everyone commenting within the first hour. So make sure to go ahead and leave a comment. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to go ahead and hit that thumbs up because it really does help the channel. I'm committed to providing as much value as possible. And I also would appreciate if you go ahead and hit that thumbs up because it does really help the channel. So with that being said, I'll see you in the next one.